So tell me who you are, Nick, because you are Nick.
I am Nick. I'm a one-man band that is the glue between.
Right.
So I specialize in long-form content for B2B, typically tech companies, but work across all industries. I don't niche down. I specialize in long-form content, do a lot of ABM work with certainly with mid to large enterprises, do a bit of presenting, a bit of emceeing.
When you say MC, is that rapping? Or?
Yeah. You probably know me better by my rap name, Lumpy Male.
Lumpy Male. Amazing. Love it.
Yeah.
MC Lumpy Male.
MC Lumpy Male, yeah. So yeah, set up the glue between 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Kind of did the whole corporate career, climbing the ladder and learning a lot of ropes, And then, set up and went out on my own 3 years ago. And so far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So explain long form content. So there will be people who will be like, what the hell does that mean? And then you use some acronyms as well. So you probably need to explain those as well.
Oh, we love an acronym, especially in B2B, which is an acronym in itself. So what is long form content? Long form content, subjectively, is actually, I see it not so much as how many words is it, because I think that's kind of a bit of red herring. Long form content is getting into the depths of, typically in the world of tech that I work in, something that's inherently complex or has a lot of drivers and pain points surrounding it for a specific audience. So there's a lot of awareness, education, providing information, and increasingly, which is what I do a lot of when I'm interviewing subject matter experts internally at client-side companies and also externally in wider industry subsectors, is extracting unique insights from specific people that you can then use to inform awareness and insight-led content. So what does long-form content mean in the day-to-day? It's, for me, writing a lot of what we call ABM, first acronym, account-based marketing content that clients will use to go out to a specific audience to target a very select audience, one to few, one-to-one kind of sizing. It would be tens up to hundreds, with very specific content around a specific topic, specific pain points, specific insights to those pain points. And it's really about creating a narrative in longer form that can drive, hopefully, conversations and build brand authority in a specific market sector.
Okay. Yeah. So how are you and the glue between? I'm going to separate you off now. So how are you involved with HSE then? So how, I've met you at several events.
Yeah. So I work with the HSE Global Series team, capturing content on site and bringing to life some of the moments, hopefully memories as well, and capturing those moments and memories from on site so that we can put them into live daily content that goes out to the on-site delegation.
Yeah.
You're coming down to an event, there's so many sessions going on. HSE have some amazing keynotes, and they work really diligently to not just kind of get people on the hamster wheel that are doing book tours or things like that. There's so much good storytelling that happens, not just in those keynotes and on stages, but also in the networking breaks and also in the evenings. And it's about capturing those key moments or those exciting, engaging stories that people are sharing and getting them down onto a couple, hopefully, of pages that we can then share out to the delegation. So I work very closely with the team in doing that.
So Stuart Hughes talked about said report. So if you watch it, so if you watch the Stuart Hughes podcast, you'll see him talking about, at the end of the day, it's an intense day, and having those roundups and just having those is enough to be able to take things back to the team so you don't forget stuff. And he put that as one of his key things that separates this off from other events, that actually these bits of content were really, really positive.
Well, thank you, Stuart.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Lovely man.
Yeah. Do you know Stuart?
We've bumped heads very briefly.
Bumped heads.
Bumped
Wow,
heads.
yeah.
Bumped heads.
Not bumped into each other.
No, that makes sound like
now
an
he knows it's you. He's not going to like it as much.
Well, I know. Well, yeah. Also, potential accident at an HSE event. I don't know. There's a risk assessment there, but it's very nice of Stuart to say. So they're called. So we do at the end of each day. It's called Field Notes. Field Notes Day 1, Field Notes Day 2, which is exactly what Stuart's just described. At the end, typically about a week after the event, we'll also produce a full post-event report, which is very corporate and very stuffy. Yeah. It's called the Insight Line, and it's hopefully trying to do exactly that. Yeah. Just provide key moments, key stories that were told based on those insight lines from certain conversations, certain keynotes, certain workshops that have happened across the 2 and a bit days. So it's not about here's a whole load of information, and even more importantly, here's everybody's slides and PowerPoint decks, because nobody looks at them. In all honesty,
they do.
Yes,
right?
yes, they do. Anyone listening or watching this will be like, I've asked for 1 million PowerPoints. How many of them I've actually looked at? But the point of this content is to be able to make it digestible. Yeah. It's so you can just capture back and re-record those moments of, I remember the line enclosure. Yeah. I remember the goldfish bowl that we were talking about yesterday and came up in yesterday's event. So it's about just trying to capture small little quick moments that mean a lot to the delegation that were on site, or at least mean something to the delegation that were on site, that they can then kind of refer back to use when they're in their office or out in field.
So you're going to be at all of the events this year?
I believe so, yeah. So I will be at HSE Europe, be at HSE Canada later in the year. We're starting to plan for 2026 already as well, which is good. So I'll be doing the remainder of the events for this year and testing out some more content as well. I think in general with B2B events, there's so much going on. Coming from having spent many years on the event provider side myself, there understandably are so many moving parts that you don't see just to get that first opening keynote on stage. Yeah. That there's actually some quick low-hanging fruit that is missed a lot of the time when it comes to content, because the focus is always on the speakers, or is always on the meetings, or it's always on corralling everybody and making sure, obviously, that everybody's having a great time. But actually, how do we get content? Sorry, my phone's going off. How do we... Just getting into something good. Yeah. How do we get good content on site? Because you've already done all of the hard work. You've already got everybody here. As far as I'm concerned, from a content perspective, that's actually a really strong opportunity to cream off the top of all the hard work you've already done.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking to do. And we'll look to experiment more with that as well. So, having you guys here as a podcast is amazing. Us having this conversation here, there's so much more content that we, after this, I'm sure we'll start spitballing about what we could do for some of the next events.
Yeah, I was just saying to Simon. So Simon is behind over here, actually pressing the buttons and controlling everything. So anything that goes wrong is Simon's fault. Yeah. If I say anything stupid, it's probably AI as well.
Yeah, it's a ditto for me.
Yeah. Simon added AI into the conversation. Yeah. We were talking about earlier, and I think it's about that optimization, isn't it? So we did we took this format out to Nashville. Mm. Bits of it worked, bits of it didn't. So we were like, right, we're UK event, let's look at that. So we optimized the flow again to go, right, so what do we change there? And I think, we'll probably have a debrief now on tomorrow to go, what didn't work? Are there better ways of doing this? Are there faster ways of doing it? Is there equipment that we need? Are there, because there's a lot going on here. And I think for us, that's always the key thing is, the content is so good that the delegates want to watch the content. So if you're saying, we're going to run a podcast from there, but you've got great content for 2 days with no gap, it's quite difficult to go, do you want to miss the person talking about Grenfell that was absolutely amazing and life-changing for everyone? Sit and talk to me?
Yeah. Really difficult to do, right? Yeah. You are competing, ironically.